Why, hello everyone again. This is AL Pick Madame. I am coming to y'all with a video on Iyanla Fix My Life, the episode where Neffe and her husband, with Shelby, comes back again. Oh gosh. Let me just. I don't know. I feel like I just want to be like this the whole video because I was just so like, they are like I can't. They are so draining in life. I'm just like, somebody please, what is going on here? So anyway, they end up kind of doing a little recap of when they were on there last time, which was terrible. I watched that one too. I was like, oh gosh. I remember when that episode aired. Anyway, ow. They showed the initial meetup again of this time. Well, at this particular moment, they showed Neffe and Iyanla meeting up and trying to figure out how they're at this point now. So Neffe is talking about how he's still at the house and she's feeling a certain way to the point of where her kids were even looking at her sideways. And Iyanla was like, okay, did you do the work? And so she was like, well, and what happened to you going to counseling like I told y'all to do? So she said that she went to counseling for a while, and the reason why she stopped doing most of the stuff that Iyanla told her to do was because of the insurance wasn't covering whatever anymore. It had gotten to a point where they stopped covering it. I was like, oh, okay. Y'all, I'm tired. Like, I can't. So I'm gonna be like this the whole time. Like, it was the most that was happening. So, come to find out, she said that she ended up having bipolar. Bipolar disorder of some sort, dual diagnosis. And Iyanla was like, okay, so why are you sitting up here knowing that this is the situation and you're not doing the work and all this or whatever? So, at one point in time within her initial conversation with her when she sat down, she said that she was on the phone talking to one of her friends, and Shelby, her husband, overheard her, and the context of the conversation, I guess, angered him to a point where he felt the need to come set it off. But she said that he heard it wrong, and there wasn't even a reason for him to even jump stupid like he did. So what she said was she was on the phone with one of her friends discussing some male friend that she's known long before she ever met Shelby. Apparently, he's been showing her a lot of attention, and she said that she was talking to the female friend, and she said that the level of attention that he's showing her is enough to make her want to perform oral sex on him. She said that in Shelby's mind, he heard her say that that's what she wanted to do, which was that she was going to, or that she wanted to perform sex on him, oral sex on him, like actually just, oh, I want to do this to him. So I was just like, I kind of tuned out a little bit after that. So then they ended up going to Shelby. So Shelby went and met up with her and was like, what's going on with you? And he was like, I'm just chilling and I'm just tired and I ain't got time for it no more. And so he ended up bringing up the situation that Neffe was on the phone, and he said that he felt that she was being disrespectful. And so he went and they got to arguing about it. So apparently the argument happened kind of right before they got there. And another thing I thought was stupid was, which Iyanla actually brought up, because when she was saying it, I was like, that's stupid. So last time she was on the show, Neffe was 3 hours late. That particular day, in this most recent episode, Neffe was 45 minutes late. So she asked her why was she late yet again. And so she was like, oh, well, what happened this time was I packed my bags and I forgot him at the door, and so, and I was just like, what the, I don't understand. I'm confused. How you forget? First of all, you forgot the bags, so I don't understand. It ain't like you was loading them up, and then that's what held you up. You was loading them up, and then you had to stop get gas, and then you had to go take the kids to a babysitter or something. Like, she didn't say none of that stuff that actually would have made sense. And even if she had have said any of that stuff, to me it doesn't make sense, because apparently she never apologizes for being late. And Iyanla had to read. She was like, "We spending over I think she said $100,000 and stuff overall to help her, and resources to help her and her family." And it's like, what's wrong with you? So that's why Iyanla was like, "Why you ain't do this? Did you do this?" And then she invited her to it's like a seminar or some kind of class or something. And she was like, "Well, did you come?" And I'm pretty sure that was free. It was something Iyanla was doing. And she was like, "No, ma'am." And she was like, "Why you ain't come?" And she was like, I was just like, I can't. Anyway, so back to Shelby. So Shelby got tired in his spirit. And so since his interview was second, for some reason, Neffe was just upstairs in the room. And then he was in the middle of telling what he felt happened with that oral sex conversation. And then she got mad, and they had to pan the cameras up the steps, because they were trying to figure out what's all this commotion. What's all this commotion going on in here? They looked up the steps. She said it all. "You're a lie. You're lying." So Iyanla was like, calm down. That's his truth. Let him, go on back in there and do your homework, do the work. Iyanla had to go up the steps and read, and then like he down the steps yelling at her, on some, "Massa, I'm free, Massa. You can't tell me this. I'm free from you, so I ain't gotta listen to this." And I was just like, why is he saying Massa? I'm so confused. What is wrong? Lord, so they argued. Like, it was so bad. His whole session was cut short, to the point of where, like I said, Iyanla had to go up the steps and calm her down. And so she was like, "I don't understand. You need to mind your business." She tried to explain to her, which is the truth. You can be in the room with somebody and have a conversation, and your perception of what is happening could be completely different of what their perception is. In her mind, she just could not get past the fact that he said what he thought was being said on the phone. Or she actually might have been lying, because as we saw last time, any of us who actually saw what happened last time, she was putting him all the way through. But in her defense, didn't nobody tell him to roll up on somebody who was already pregnant, already had a whole situation already before they got together, and just throw that stress on himself. So I'm sorry he had heart attacks and things, but I don't understand what the appeal really was. Like, did y'all go? I feel like the whole story was not presented to us the first time, because ain't no way. I feel like if I were a dude and I was at a party, I saw a random pregnant person about to pop, I'm not finna roll up on her and be like, "Oh, I saw her. And when I saw her, it just made my whole world stop." And I was just like, what is you looking at, sir? She got a whole situation going on right in front of your face. What is there to look at and be amazed and in awe of? Yes, pregnancy and the gift of birth is amazing and beautiful, but I don't think I would sit up here and be like, "Yes, let me go ahead and get with her and take care of her the rest of my life like that and get to know her." And I think she said she had a whole situation going on already, so it was like, what are you doing that for? Anyway, so they was up there talking for so long that Shelby was downstairs. He was like, "Look, I'm gonna go smoke a cigarette." I was like, "Sir, you know you wrong. You done had heart attacks and all the other stuff. That's one of the last things you need to do." And apparently, and see, I like I said, I tuned out. They had moments. I guess he told her something about him having ulcers or something too. So on top of him having a heart attack, he's sitting up here and go outside and then disrupt any situations going on the inside of his body. It's like, why, sir? Why would you do that? So I was confused. So anyway, when Iyanla finally go back down the steps after calming Neffe down, she realized he outside smoking. So she tried to talk to him and try to ask him, like, why are you referring to her as master and all this other stuff? And then she was like, look at me. And he was like, no. He was basically like, no, I pass. I ain't got to do that. I ain't doing that. We way past that point. I'm not looking at nothing. So she said it all. She was like, if you can't look at me in my face, then I ain't got nothing else to say. And she walked off. And then she went on the inside, and Neffe, here she is. She all downstairs, like it's her turn to talk to Iyanla or something. And so she was like, I'm telling you the same thing I told him. I don't understand what's going on. Y'all doing the most. And until y'all can be real and honest with me, I ain't got time. Iyanla got tired of her spirit and got in the Cadillac truck or whatever that was and left. I was like, ma'am. Like she completely left, got on the whole highway and left. I was like, ma'am, you done went off. So then they fast forward to the next day. Y'all, I'm sorry. I ain't no fashion expert or nothing like that, but where is it at? I think I still got it in my phone. I might be able to see it. Because I'm sorry, I was so tired. I sent the picture to my friend. I know she didn't watch the episode yet. So I just wanted to know what was going on and why. And it's a blurred picture too. Because, yeah. What is we doing? She looked like a whole mess and a half. Why you got this on with heels? I understand that people try to make that the style, but to me, there have been very few women who've been able to pull that off. And I feel like the only reason why the few people who've done it have been able to pull it off is because of their choice of heel or wedge. There are certain wedges that might go with it. There are certain boots that have like a really higher heel on it that will go with it. It would look cute. But them shoes she had on, them was clubbing shoes, and she looked like the rest of her body looked like she had just got out of the bed and washed her face, brushed her teeth, nothing. Like straight got up and threw that on and was finna go run around the track. Like she looked like a complete and utter mess to me. I'm sorry. I ain't trying to be mean. I'm just saying I don't understand why she did that. Like it was confusing. And then like when she took the coat, because she had a coat on, the coat was cute to me. Like I like coats like that. So I was like, oh, okay, when she took that coat off, I was like, that don't even go with the shoes. What is going on? So anyway, I digress. That irked my soul. I didn't understand why she did. That was stupid to me. Anyway, so this is a new day. And she's talking to her. And she was just trying to get down to the bottom of why she feels like she's back in this place again. Because it's just stupid. It's like, why are you in this never-ending cycle of doing the same thing? Why are you always mad all the time? Do you actually want to change? Like, to me, it was like a repeat of last time. And I was just like, I don't understand. And she was just like, I don't understand why you were so focused on him the other day. And I was just like, oh, it's just too much. And I don't know. It was just dumb. But I ain't gonna lie, I was just so disgusted with what she had on. I was like, what is going on? I hardly listen to her because then like every time I try to hear her side and be on her, like try to understand what's going on with her or try to have hope that she's gonna do better, she doesn't. And it's like you have all these resources because of your mama / your sister and whatever, and the platform that y'all have been on for years. Had it not been for that, nobody would care anything about what y'all was talking about, what y'all doing, and all that. Hold on. I want to make sure I'm not missing nothing. Because I feel like, because the episode seemed like it went by so fast. Wait a minute, let me see.
You have some issue with drugs, alcohol, something. That's what a full diagnosis is. I'm not a mental health professional. I'm a coach.
Yeah, so she was trying to explain to her how she's not a mental health professional and that she can't help her with any kind of mental issues that she has or any type of drug addictions that she has, and that she needs to do what she needs to do in reference to that diagnosis, the treatment plan that they provided for her. Because of my background, I understand that. Even though I'm not on that anywhere near that level of it, but I've had to, and I plan to in the near future go back to the profession that I was in. But I understand what that paperwork looks like, and if you don't do what you need to do, your mental health will fail, and your children will end up failing as well because you didn't do what you needed to do in order to keep your kids and keep your sanity and all that. So I hate how she turns to drinking and all of that to the point of where she becomes even angrier than normal. Cause like she wasn't even drunk like on here, and she was super angry. I can just only imagine how she is when she's drunk and then the kids are around and she cussing him out and up and down and all around. So she's just trying to help her to understand that she needs to fix what she needs to fix with that so that she can understand the direction that she needs her life to go in the way that she wants her life to go in. So then she ended up talking to Shelby again. And she's trying to get down to the bottom of why he's still at the house dealing with them. And, not dealing with them, but at the house. And she, I didn't understand why he was still at the house. I could have swore he was leaving. And it's like, if you're paying all these bills, you have enough money to get out. And I don't know if he's like, if he feels like a lot of other males do, who have to pay child support and all this other stuff. I feel like he's going to be like, oh, she's going to put me on child support, so let me stay at the house. I'm already paying all the bills anyway, so. But she made a good point where Iyanla, where she was saying that she feels like he is addicted and so used to the pain and the situation that he doesn't know how to separate himself from it. So I get that. But yeah, it's too much. And I get it, but no, it's too much. Nobody had time. I don't understand. But yeah, so then, that's the gist of what they were talking about on that particular segment. So the last segment was where she met up with them again one last time, together this time. She had them sitting at a table with 2 glasses of water and, 2 glasses. And I think, because I turned away for a second, I think the glasses had dirt in them to begin with. And then she had a pitcher of clean water and she poured water into them. And she told Neffe to pour the water in the bowl. And they had a flashback play as she was doing that and talking and all that stuff, and eventually had him to pour something in a bowl, and she was like, what is this that's in this bowl? And so Neffe was like, dirt. So it's painfully obvious what that exercise was supposed to mean. They weren't doing anything but bringing more baggage to their own personal situations. Their relationship was going to do nothing but suffer anyway because there was nothing but more toxic stuff just being dumped in their relationship for all these years. She's been with him like 15 years. They've been married for like 8 years or something like that. I could be wrong on the first part, how long they've known each other, like been in a relationship. But as far as them being married, I think it's been like 7, 8 years or something like that, 6, 8, something like that. But she was telling them, y'all need to come to the realization, what is it? And, and the realization is that they don't need to be together anymore. Their relationship is toxic. And one thing that happened when Iyanla was talking to Neffe, is in reference to that oral sex situation, she was like, I don't understand why you're doing this to your marital bed. And so she was like, there is no marital bed. And Iyanla was like, what you talking about? So she was like, there is no marital bed. They're not having sex. So she was like, oh, okay. So, of course she feels more inclined to say these outlandish things, even though she is supposed to be in a monogamous marriage. So that's how you can tell, because he done got to the point where he said, no, I'm not giving up nothing to her. We ain't finna do nothing. I was just like, oh my gosh. Like, that's how done with her he is. And I'm like, that lets you know how tired he is. But at the same time, I feel like, oh, you're tired enough to where you're not going to put out, so to speak. But you're not tired enough to leave the house. You gotten too comfortable. Y'all have really gotten complacent. And I really hope that they really end up leaving each other, because when this exercise was over and Iyanla was doing her ending statement that she does, after that was over, they did a little update, and it said that he filed for divorce Then when they put up the information for her, she said that he was still living at the house because he said, oh, he was moving out the house. But when she got on there, the little part about her got on, when the part about what she said was up on the screen, it said that he was still at the house and that the divorce papers came, but he refuses to sign them. So I'm like I'm gonna just need for Iyanla to just not. I'm gonna need for you not to waste your time and energy on her, because there are people out there who are regular people who have no ties to the industry or anybody in the industry, have any kind of notoriety, where when we see them, we're like, oh, that's Neffe, like, or anything like that, who need help and who would actually use the resources that you give them to their advantage and actually try to become better people. I feel like Neffe, more than Shelby, has squandered these two wonderful opportunities to become better people. And I'm just like, y'all need to just stop wasting these people's resources for no reason. It just don't make no sense. You wasting these people time coming on here. I don't know if they get paid, but maybe they getting a check and that's why she coming out of nowhere again. But I don't understand. It's just stupid to me. I just want her mental health to be where it needs to be. I want her to quit drinking. Oh, also, he said she's still drinking. When she did her little thing, she said that she had stopped drinking. So everything that one person said, the other person said the complete opposite. So I don't even know what's the truth, what's a lie. I don't understand. So it seems like nothing was resolved except them getting on the TV again. Like, it was just dumb. I just hope the kids are okay, because I know that they must have seen a whole lot of things, and children don't need to be subjected to stuff like that. I just thank God that I never was subjected to seeing stuff like that within the home that I lived in. Had a 2-parent household, and my parents never showed me that. Of course, they weren't perfect, but at the same time, they never displayed anything like that ever in life. Never argued like that in front of us. They had arguments, but they were very, very almost non-existent, and they weren't malicious. Nobody ever cussed each other out. And sometimes I had to grow up and realize that there were times that I thought they were really arguing and they weren't. They were being playful, being silly. So most of the time my parents didn't even fight and argue and stuff like that. So I just feel like for the sake of the kids, they need to just get it together and just get a parenting schedule. Try not to involve the courts. He needs to really move out, or she needs to move out. Somebody need to move, and they need to get away from each other. So that's all that happened in this episode. I feel like nothing was resolved and that it was a waste of time and energy on Iyanla's part. And I hate that she wasted her time. It could have been used on somebody who actually wanted the help. Anyway, I hope y'all enjoyed this video. Hope y'all have a wonderful evening.